Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat.
I'm take a hallelujah. That's about everybody. We miss on the song a lot. Just make a million about it. This is called Tell Her Never Do.
If you handle your business right, I'ma promote your ass. You bitch out and try to kite, I'ma come smoke your ass. The shit that I'm giving you, they drawing blood to get. The Vicks be running through because they love the shit. So don't come with that, no one wouldn't buy it. The shit was food. Niggas try to rob me, nobody was coming through. Snitches, I can't have that. Bitches, I can't have that. Riches, you can have that. Just bring me my cash back. Look, it's all gravy with me, go ahead and shine. That's how you play it with me, you're big time. All I want is the G's with a trunk full of keys. A Benz on 20s, you got something you can lend me. Shit, boys ain't doing nothing for me for free. Can't put no trust in you boys, cause y'all be trying to run G. Cause I don't like dreaming about making no cheese. Wanna see my motherfucking bank account OD. Until then, I'ma be thugging behind the project building, smoking that 5E with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Yeah, I'ma be thugging behind the project building, smoking that 5E with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Hey, now I'm on some shit again. Leave a hater stranded like Gilligan. Hundreds I'm considering, flexing for $1 million. Catch it, hater, I'm killing them. They stop, but I ain't feeling them. My jacket off preparing them. Some will say it's numerary, partners in vocifering. Juvenile is different. Look at what I did to them. Boys wearing Reeboks instead of Nikes and Timberlands. Bitch hitters, I be tipping them. My Mac 9, it be flipping them. Some of these haters is trying to run G, so I be gifting them. They will do the same to me. Boys ain't no family. Shit is all a game to me, but nobody gon' handle me. 400 degrees, toting guns, running with me. No wonder we need more money one could receive. Player wanna deal with this Christ, I'ma put it open in his life. Never should I fuck with me right, why you keep ducking me shy? I'ma knock your head off. Boy, tryna get to your fuck, tryna play it off. You made the beat, pussy so wise, you scared. If you mind your fucking business, then your life would be spared. I can't see it, pussy try to make me out a bitch, I can't be it. I had this motherfucker crow with hitters like Free Nick. You probably can save yourself, but you can't save your neighbors. When my nine get to spinning around like a baseball player, put on this potato on the end of my nine. Foolishness I entertain to keep these boys in line. Look, cause I don't like to dream about making no cheese. Cause I don't like to dream about making no cheese. Wanna see my motherfucking bank account OD. Until then, I'ma be thugging behind a project building, smoking that 5E with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Yeah, I'ma be thugging behind a project building, smoking that 5E with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Ask some boy about me, bet them bitches know me. Magnolia head buster out that wild TC. I'm a young hitter. Look at what you done, hitter. You done made me mad. Now I'm gonna get my gun, hitter. Better watch your tongue, hitter. Cause I'm getting dumb, hitter. Kill one hitter to represent where I'm from, hitter. 3 things you don't ever do. Fuck with a man, exchange or his mama. You do that, you want drama. Fuck with a big timer for sure. You gon' see I'm out to. Which one of you boys want me? I'ma keep it real with you. You say you the man, I know I'm the man, and I'm ready to deal with you. I'm prepared for the toe tagging. Keep my Reebok strapped tight with my key ball sagging. Now I done rocked a couple of the streets like the bustin' with the 12 gauge. But I don't like to dream about making no cheese in the future. Wanna see my fucking pockets OD until then. I'ma be thugging on the project. Fucking that side of it, you get up.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. How the hell y'all doing? As y'all see, I was bored and I was tired of going through Lenae interview, and so I'm gonna take a break from it. I had found an old interview she did with Rodney and Melissa Evolving. They got 2,000 some subs. They did 2,000 some views on this. This was like 7 months ago. By her account, that she would call these people struggle streamers, yet she went on these struggle streamers live to tell her story. I'm not calling them struggle streamers. This is shit that she says with people with numbers like that. Mary Ann's sub count is now 4.19. She started off at 5.5K. I also noticed going through Lenae's comment sections, what I said about her not getting paid to go on these interviews is true, because I see anti-Afro Svengali was over there and saying, I guarantee Lennon didn't pay her for this interview, and if he did give her anything, it was pennies compared to what he made off the story, and she loved it. She hearted the comment that she didn't get paid or she got paid pennies. She didn't get paid though. She was a nobody. He was a nigga that was, she was a nobody. Her story wasn't really like, he broke it. And then the Tasha K only got up with you because of what Umar said about you, not because of the other shit. So it was Lennon who spun you out. But I noticed like in Lennon's ops is over there in her comment section, like, watch me if you want to know the truth. Watch her if you want to know the truth. I'm such and such. So I noticed she started gravitating towards Lennon's ops, I see. It's crazy how this YouTube shit work. But let's listen to what she had to say 7 months ago. And she claims she about to do new opportunities and interviews. So let's see if we can actually hear what Umar did to her. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What did Umar do to this woman to make her still be out here 7 months later fucking with this man?
Yeah, we're glad to have you here. Thank you for chatting with us tonight.
Glad to be here.
Good.
Yes. So, okay, listen, I know people are coming here to see you because of Dr. Umar's things. But let's start from the beginning. Where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yes.
I'm from Kansas City.
Cool.
Okay, all right. So how was your family dynamic growing up?
Oh, my family dynamic growing up, I have siblings.
Okay.
I have mother and father, same home, married, long time.
So how many siblings do you have?
I'm sorry?
How many siblings do you have?
I have 3 sisters.
Oh, wow. A house full of girls.
4 girls?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
Your forefather.
I know.
So were you a good kid growing up?
I was an active kid. I was a good kid, but I was active.
Okay.
I was extremely talented. I had a lot of, I was really talented in music and drawing, writing short stories.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
So did you finish high school, go to college, and what did you study in college?
Well, I followed behind my mother with liberal arts, and then, but I didn't finish. I had kids, so I did not finish. But yeah. And then I tried to go to business school, but I ended up
I didn't finish college, but I'm this professional woman that has worked in all these industries and done all these things, but I didn't finish college. Check. And this 7 months ago, I have never seen this woman put together on a video storm fluid. Never seen this woman put together. She knows she going on these interviews and she show up looking like somebody auntie grandma. I ain't never seen her look decent. I ain't saying you got to have all these decent. Look, she got on a sweatshirt. She didn't attempt to comb her hair. She just put a wrap over it and threw that bitch to the side. And all in the camera. You look like your pussy stink. I ain't even trying to be funny, but every time I see you, you dress like this. You look like your pussy stink.
Going into a job, a different, like with the government, and that kind of took me out from there.
Okay, I understand that. Cool. I understand that. So how many kids do you have then?
I have 3 children.
Okay. So
oh, she got 3 children. I did not know this. I just knew about the 2 boys. So there was a 3rd child. So there was a 3rd child that she left, possibly. Well, fuck it, no possibly. If she got custody of all 3 of them, there was a 3rd child she left at home to go suck Umar dick. Wow.
How old were you when you had your first child?
My first kid, I was 18.
Okay.
All right,
cool.
So,
yeah, you didn't start college then, did you?
did you have you been married before? Were you married to your children?
No, not a fan of marriage.
Oh, not a fan.
Oh, never been married. Oh. All right then. Tell us some more, sister. I ain't know all this. For some reason, it was designed for me to give up on you 6-7 months ago and stop reviewing all the shit that you said. I think I had stopped on the day and night jet. I think that's the last interview I did with you. I'm sick of hearing this bitch. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, okay. All right, good deal.
Why not?
Just never appealed to me. I come from a family, everybody's married. I'm more ambitious.
Okay.
Marriage never appealed to me. I come from a family where everybody is married. I'm more ambitious. So you can't be ambitious and be married? Wow. Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm not judging you because I've never been married and I don't want to be married.
Right.
I'm not offended.
Yeah. No judgment. I didn't feel judgment.
Yeah,
I just was, I'm not interested in marriage. I've never been interested in marriage.
Yeah.
Always wanted kids, never wanted to marry.
Okay, so
that's crazy work right there. That's crazy work. I never wanted the kids. I just got the motherfuckers. I never wanted the kids at all. I wanted to be married. I attempted to. Probably won't try again, but I at least attempted. But yeah, I ain't want the kids. They could have been returned.
how many, you have 3 kids, how many dads?
Same.
So 3 kids with that. Oh, same dads, okay.
Dad? No, I'm sorry. One.
One dad.
One dad, okay.
We got it. Yeah,
okay.
One dad. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So when did you guys break up?
When did we break up?
Yeah.
Some years back. It's been probably about maybe 5 years.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That's
All right.
good.
So if you had to go back and do everything, would you have done it the same?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she broke up with her baby daddy about 5 years ago. Her baby daddy. Okay. But apparently, the baby daddy, like I said, via her Facebook page, the baby daddy ain't in there one of the oldest son graduation pictures. The grandparents there and shit of that nature. Not her baby daddy. That nigga hate her.
Good. That's a nice life then. Yeah.
Okay, so now you have 3 kids. One of them was diagnosed with ADHD. When
My mind chaos. This is you welcome, my dear. You welcome. You probably wasn't aware of this interview on Rodney and Melissa evolving. You probably were aware of this interview for 7 months ago, but yeah, there you go. This is a layup. It's a layup. I wouldn't have answered
When
none
was
of
that?
these questions.
He was diagnosed when he was 5 years old.
Okay. Now, is that the youngest child or the middle or oldest?
He is my youngest child.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So did you seek help like in your community first? Because there are state programs, you know.
Just look bad. Look. Where are eyebrows at? And just all the extra meat right up in there. You look like an off-brand Monique. It just can't. I can't look at this woman. Then she got the nerve to be calling somebody creepy. Man, you plus size Cruella DeVille looking ass bitch. Don't you ever.
You know, they can help, you know, with a diagnosis like that and get assistance.
We pretty much look. We're pretty proactive. Me and his dad were pretty proactive. We went to a few places. I think I followed the lead from the medical, like my insurance.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So you had like a whole village around you to help you with the kids.
Say that again.
You had like a whole village, a whole community around you to help you with the three kids, right?
The child does have autism, but that's fine. It could be ADHD for the purposes of this interview.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think that was kind of the reason why I was a little bit more cocky than most with just being a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I didn't feel, the absence of a father. So
But it's good to have family around to help with kids.
yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So when did you
What was that about the absence of the father? Because she told us in another interview, her baby dad had a great working relationship. Which would indicate absenteeism.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the reason why I was a little bit more cocky than most with just being a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel, the absence of a father. So
No, it's good to have family around.
You didn't feel the absence of it. Hold on, let me get the full
Like
call.
a whole village around you to help you with the kids.
say that again.
You had like a whole village, a whole community around you to help you with the three kids, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think that was kind of the reason why I was a little bit more cocky than most.
Oh, she had a whole village around her. Not that the baby daddy was helping out. She had a whole village around her. That's why she was more comfy than most single moms.
With just being a single parent,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel, the absence of a father. So
If the other parent is helping out, you don't consider yourself a single parent.
No, it's good to have family around to help with kids.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So
Notice she said family, not baby daddy, but she told y'all the baby daddy got a great working relationship. But I also told y'all on her Facebook page from the shit that was sent to me, baby daddy is not the son that introduced her to Umar. Baby daddy is nowhere in his graduation pictures at all. He ain't he don't exist. I did not know there was a third child either. That just blew me away.
when did you first hear of Dr. Umar?
Of Dr. Umar?
Mm-hmm.
My son brought him to, which I have a son that is the person that brings me a lot of new cutting edge stuff a lot. And he brought the phone to me and showed me him on the Breakfast Club, I believe.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
She can't even remember how she met this nigga now. That's the same story, but it's She can't. She done got so tired of telling this motherfucker these interviews is starting to bore her.
Did you talk to your son about him, trying to get to know Dr. Umar through your son?
Did I talk to my son about Dr. Umar?
Yeah.
No, he brought the video to me. He said, Mom, listen to him. And I think it was because my son, the whole household was pretty much
Your son said, listen to him. And you took it upon yourself to text this nigga. Your son said, listen to him. You text him. And ended up bringing this nigga to Kansas City for a show where you accuse him of stealing a check that was meant for your oldest son, who introduced you to him, and you still managed to find your way in Philadelphia fucking this nigga. And it's the craziest story ever.
Where, like with my son.
Oh, because her son brought her the phone and showed him on the Breakfast Club. We here now.
What was going on, so he brought it in to me.
Yeah, but no, okay. But after he brought him to you, did you guys have a communication after that?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Like, did you and your son kind of talk it over, decide whether or not like you wanted to reach out to Dr. Umar then about your youngest son?
No, I actually didn't. That's a very good question. I didn't really. My son was more enthused with him, and I said, well, maybe he would be able to help me with my youngest son. So this was my middle son, or my oldest son, but my middle child, and I reached out to him then.
Your middle child. So who's the youngest child? I thought the youngest, whatever. I'm confused. Fuck it. Let it ride.
Okay, because I was asking because a lot of people know him to be, I guess, a scammer.
Donations. Gifts. More gifts.
So that's why I was trying to find out if you knew ahead of time. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't have any of that information, which is a big reason why I've been.
Yeah, she did say she didn't know anything about the conscious community, but she also said she was down with the conscious community. She was down with the Umar in the E5. So I'm confused. She said a lot of shit. And then the conscious people started coming in her space, and she was like, I know Umar sent you because I don't deal with the conscious community, but you was down with the conscious community when you was with Umar. It's the craziest shit in the world.
Pollinating the internet, going to different places because I wanted as many people as possible to hear what happened with me, because most of his bad things were pushed to like the rear, and a lot of his good things were pushed to the front. Yeah. So when I Googled him, I got a lot of some of the the generic.
That's a goddamn lie. She said all the good shit about Umar Johnson is pushed to the front, and the bad shit about him is pushed to the bottom of the algorithm when she Googled Umar Johnson. She at least she's consistent with that lie. But we know Umar Johnson is like the negative publicity cash cow.
Things about him, like he was a scholar, a school psychologist. Yeah. None of the bad things.
Okay.
So what was your first impression of him then?
But why you text him though? Why did you text him?
And I mean,
you could have thought he was a great speaker and shit on the Breakfast Club. Why you text him though?
In person.
I thought he was a little quirky, but I was used to that from dealing with certain people in different spaces. Just like a lot of my friends are in different fields, and they tend to be the top of their field. So I didn't think anything of it.
All her friends are at the top of their field, whatever the fuck that means. So she always got to be associated with greatness because she's not great herself, or she doesn't feel that she's great, which goes back to Mind Chaos Bruce saying, you're broken. We're all broken though, but just to be honest, all of us are broken some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Especially with him having so many degrees, I figured he was an intellect, he's a scholar.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, a lot of scholars are kind of, they're a little different, they're creative in their own way, and so, yeah.
Eccentric. Nothing wrong with that.
Right. I grew up,
I enjoy it. I'm a little bit like that myself.
Right, yeah. I grew up, my stepmom is a professor, so I've been around, academics a lot of my life, and yeah, they can be.
She had her Google on grouping mode that day.
Be a little quirky, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Right, nothing wrong.
Okay,
nothing wrong.
So how long did you wait from the first time your son showed you Dr. Umar until you reach out to him?
Immediately.
Okay.
I was so eager for, especially with him being a black man, I was so eager to touch base with him. I sent him a text message as soon as he sent the number, or he said the number online or on the broadcast. I reached out.
As soon as he said his number on air, I text him. Why? Why, Medea?
I was so eager.
I could call you Medea because I didn't fuck you, so it won't look wrong with me calling you Medea. The problem with Umar calling you Medea is he fucked you, he let you suck his dick, all that good stuff. So he must like Medea if he was willing to do that with you and then calling you there after the fact. You can't hit me with that one. That's why I told Umar, ain't gonna be a good look. You trashing this woman and you fucked her. You just stick to what she did, her being a bad caretaker. Like, leave her looks and pussy smell and shit alone because you fucked it. It's not gonna look well because everybody's gonna say that's what you like.
For especially with him being a black man, I was so eager to touch base with him. I see him.
Umar, if you wouldn't have fucked this white woman, you shouldn't have fucked this black one. I'm just saying.
A text message as soon as he sent the number, or he said the number online or on the broadcast. I reached out immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So did he actually help you?
I got a generic response. It was a little underwhelming, and I figured that maybe I wasn't as.
Man, you know how many bitches text him that day talking about their son? About it was underwhelming. First of all, he don't know who the fuck you are, and you reaching out talking about your goddamn child. The fuck, what nigga? What do you want? You want him to assess the situation in one text message? Of hi, Dr. Umar, it's Siobhan Stone. My son is X, Y, and Z. He got this problem. What can I do?
Forthcoming as I should, so I gave him a little bit more information. The second text message that I sent him.
Okay.
And that was probably about. I have to look at it to be exact, but it was a little bit of a time afterward, not too far because he was still fresh on the brain. When I was looking for someone, this was actually before we found who we settled on to work with my son. I reached out to him and asked him, I told him like a little bit more. I was a little bit more transparent with what was going on with my son, and he had the same response.
So he always talks about helping black boys. He always talks about helping black boys.
Yes.
Did you feel disappointed because he couldn't help your son?
I was well, that didn't come until a little bit later.
Okay.
She was so disappointed. She brought that nigga to Kansas City, Missouri to speak. And then she proceeded to be on the phone flirting with this nigga, sending him nudes. Then she proceeded to fly out and fuck this nigga. Then she proceeded to fly out and take care of this nigga mama. But she was disappointed he couldn't help her son. Man, what did he do to you though, ma'am?
I didn't get a chance to really experience that. Like with the text messages, I just attributed that to him being busy.
Okay.
And I left, kind of left it at that. Even with the second one where I was a little bit more inclusive, and then, or not inclusive, but I gave him more information. But after that, I reached back out to, he reached back to me and he asked me to do an event. And that took me on like another lane. It just took me somewhere else. I wasn't even thinking about it anymore. And then we had already touched base with a doctor that is pretty renowned. Okay. And we decided that that's where he needed to be.
Okay.
I hadn't seen him yet.
So you initially reached out to him to get help for your son, but so why did you continue to talk to him then when you realized he wasn't going to help?
At that time, he had asked me to do an event.
Okay.
And I was shelving a project that I was working on, I had been working on a project for.
Ma'am, fuck all that. The white woman asked you a pretty straightforward question. If the nigga couldn't help you with your child, why you keep talking to him? Why did you throw him a motherfucking event? You reached out because of your child. But you also said in another interview, you told him how good he looked and he was killing it and all that other shit. So yeah, I'm confused. But yeah, why you continue talking to him after he couldn't help your child?
I didn't think that's where he needed to be.
Okay.
Okay.
So you initially reached out to him to get help.
You didn't think that's where he needed to be. Okay, hold on.
Not anymore. And then we had already touched base with a doctor that is pretty renowned.
Okay.
And we just
All the doctors got to be famous. This doctor's pretty renowned here. He can't just be no regular doctor. He got to be famous. Because only the best.
decided that that's where he needed to be.
Okay.
Okay.
So you initially reached out to him to get help for your son, but so why did you continue to talk to him then when you realized he wasn't going to help?
I'm just saying. You reached out initially for help for your son. He didn't provide you the help for your son. You got your son some other help. Why in the fuck did you respond to Umar saying, can you throw me a party? Why didn't you leave him on read, or why didn't you say no? Well, not a party, an event.
At that time, he had asked me to do an event.
Okay.
And I was shelving a project that I was working on. I had been working on a project for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I had been working on a project for a few years and I had to shelve it. And the woman asked, why did you continue to talk to this nigga after he didn't help your son? Don't dodge the question.
if you're one of those people that work on projects, you're always looking for your next one, So this the event was kind of something to take up some space.
So I continued to talk to him because I shelved the project, and this was to take up some space because I'm always looking for the next project. White woman 1, Lenae 0.
And so I decided to do it.
Cool. So I'll read the comment. Some people think you messaged Dr. Umar for your son as well as your personal needs. Is that?
He reading the comments because it was live, and he said, hey, babe, it's some people in the chat saying you reached out to Umar for your son, but also for your freaky needs.
That true?
No. I wasn't looking, to be quite honest, I'll be a little transparent, and I think I've said this in another interview. When I met him, I was on a 4-year I was sustaining from having,
all these hoes be abstinent. Look at her eye. Look at her eye started twitching when she started telling this damn lie. Watch it. I'm finna skip it back. Watch how the eye started twitching.
For your son as well.
You sure is ugly. I'm just saying, because when I called the woman ugly the other day, they was being nice, Rim and Mind Chaos. Oh, she's cute, and y'all can be nice if y'all want to. This woman is ugly. I don't give a fuck.
As well as your personal needs. Is that true?
No. I wasn't looking, to be quite honest, I'll be a little transparent, and I think I've said this in another interview. When I met him, I was on a 4-year I was sustaining from having, intercourse for, I think it was about 4 years.
Don't you mean abstaining? Not sustaining from, you mean abstaining, but I'm going to let that go. If y'all didn't catch it, y'all didn't catch it, but I'm petty, so I'm going to go back to it. I'm thinking the word she's looking for is abstaining.
Transparent, and I think I've said this in another.
But what does you not having dick for 4 years have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Because according to you, you wasn't attracted to this nigga and you reached out to him for your son. And then you threw an event. Cool, that's still our business. How did you go from that to sucking his dick and you wasn't attracted to him? And you used to all these famous niggas and shit. This lady here used to dealing with famous niggas in Kansas City. Ain't no chief talking to her.
Interview. When I met him, I was on a 4-year I was sustaining from having, intercourse for, I think I was
Substaining. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she was substaining, not abstaining.
about 4 years.
Okay.
And with my age, I was like, I better come off the porch. I better come, come off the porch. And
At my age, I better come off the porch because I can't. I may as well. It's been 4 years. Why make it 5 for a nigga that I'm not attracted to? Do y'all see how the question was sidestepped though? They asked, "Did you meet the nigga for your personal needs as well as your child?" You said no, but then you go into saying you ain't had dick in 4 years and you better come off the porch. So it was for your own personal motherfucking needs that you reached out to the nigga as well. What the fuck? You can't have it both ways, Siobhan. You Siobhan for this interview. That's what they put up on the screen, Siobhan Stone. You ain't had no problem with them saying your name. I'ma say your name.
Okay.
And with my age, I was like, I better come off the porch. I better come off the porch and start dating again. And, this is what I'm gonna do.
I better jump off the porch and start dating again to a nigga that I'm not attracted to, that I didn't reach out to for my own personal needs. She got all defensive when it seemed she was confused on ex parte information for DV. I got turned off.
I've always been a long-term dater. I've never been like, jump here, jump there. The last person that I was in something serious with was his father. I had seen a guy, he was a pediatrician, but we didn't really.
There you go. I was dating the child doctor. After my baby daddy, which was about 5 years ago, I had dated a pediatrician, but it wasn't nothing too serious. He got the pussy, but it wasn't nothing too serious. So I had to jump off the porch.
Get it off. So I was after that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down for a little while, kind of focus on some of my goals.
Yeah.
And so when I met,
which would be what? Sucking an Umar Johnson dick. Was that your goal? Mission accomplished.
I wasn't really even thinking about him like that.
Okay.
Don't worry, 4 years is nothing. I went 11, so yeah, no.
Hey,
you wasn't thinking about him like that, but you just said you needed to jump off the porch. I'm so motherfucking confused. I'm confused. I need to jump off the porch because I ain't getting no younger. It's been 4 years, but I wasn't looking at the nigga like that at all.
It's not as bad as what people think. I enjoy
You just got to put it out of your mind for a minute, but then when it comes back in, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait, I've been missing out on some stuff.
Okay, no, stop.
It went by quick.
Listen, 4 years is way too long. No. I'm a guy, okay?
You got things.
Thank you, my African brother. 4 years is too goddamn long. 4 years. The nigga ain't going 4 days. The fuck?
Dude, I'm a very busy person. I feel my time, my schedule is.
But I got needs, okay? I got needs. I can accomplish those things and fulfill my needs at the same time. Come on now. Whoa. I thought women were multitasker.
Oh, we are.
Okay.
We are. Yeah, we are. But if you put it out of your mind, then you can get through.
I think women do a little bit better with that than men, baby.
I think so. Yeah. But I'm telling you,
get older.
Yeah.
Once you start getting older as a woman, it starts. I think your body goes through a change.
I will say this: as I've gotten older, though, it's become a lot harder to stay away from.
Yeah,
so.
I was always told.
The old white woman said, the older I done got, the freakier I done got. I'm trying to get me some dick. fuck what you heard. I missed out for 11 motherfucking years for no reason. There was no reason I missed out on all that good dick. That's what the white woman just said.
The older you guys get, like in your late 30s and 40s, the kinkier you get.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You're crazy.
They ain't lying, no.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you're a single mom of 3. You're talking to, popular guy online, and he's very charismatic. So when did things go from friendship to more sexual?
Okay. I thought that's what he said. I couldn't hear though. But once we did the event later on that evening, he invited me back to his hotel room. So
Not true. Not true. You and your son dropped him off, and then you said you sent him a courtesy thank you text at like 3:00 in the morning, which everybody knows, especially when you got 3 kids. Them is I'm trying to get my cheek clap hours, and the nigga told you to come give him a massage. You said no. Cool. Y'all went to breakfast or lunch or brunch the next damn day with him, you and your son, where you said the nigga was rubbing on your thigh and you wanted to go off on him, but your son looked up to him, and so you didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
So that's where it went. So he made the first move then.
Say it again.
He made the first move.
Yeah. I didn't really, and people find that hard to believe. But no, I wasn't interested in him.
Why not?
I wasn't interested in him. And then I started taking care of his mama. What the fuck?
Why not?
Yes. Believe this
He just wasn't my type of guy. Just from appearance, I just, he just didn't strike me as somebody that was like, hey.
Let's look at your appearance. Ma'am, you like the nigga so much on the Breakfast Club, you text him. You text him and you said you told him how attractive he was and doing it big and all that shit in the initial text message. What? I wasn't attracted to him, guys. I sucked his dick, but I wasn't attracted to him, though.
No, I didn't get that feeling from him. I'm a Taurus. I love beautiful things.
Okay, so why was you telling us about jumping off the porch then if you wasn't attracted to him?
Yeah.
I love beautiful men. I just didn't get that from him.
I didn't get beautiful man from him, but I sucked this dick.
Wait, are you saying he's ugly?
No. I'm saying he wasn't someone.
I'm not saying he was ugly. I'm saying he's someone I wasn't attracted to, but I sucked his dick.
That I was attracted to.
I get that. Okay.
I didn't even see him as attractive online.
Right.
Okay. So
I think that didn't kick in until the women responded to him the way that they responded. I was like, oh, okay, so this guy is considered good looking.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, so it was seeing how other women responded to Umar that made him attractive to you. Which brought up my point I said last night about marriage. Like, that don't, man, when you got a woman, women find you more fucking attractive for some odd reason. They curious as to what you doing to get that woman that you get. Why is that woman with you? I want to know why.
Oh, but I think you couldn't base it off of, him throwing, like, flirting with me and me accepting it, because I would flirt with anything. I've been sitting.
I would flirt with anything.
Out, for 4 years, I was just anything.
I get that.
But were you flirting with anything for those 4 years? During those 4 years, were you flirting with anything? Because how come we don't hear you talking about them niggas?
I get that.
Okay, so
I was just, once I made up in my mind I was ready to come off, I didn't even really get a chance to even consider which direction I wanted to go. You know, he was there.
Okay.
She made up her mind that she wanted to come off the porch. She wanted to stop her sustaining, which is supposed to be abstaining. And Umar just so happened to be there. He just so happened to be there, but Umar is in another state. In a whole nother state. He in another state. And he just so happened to be there. She couldn't get no Kansas City dick. She had to fly across the country. And she told y'all she paid for her own ticket to fly across the country and suck this man dick.
4 years without doing anything, and you met Dr. Umar, you start talking to him. Did he at least please you?
Did he please me?
Yes.
In the bedroom?
Yes.
I mean,
God damn, my nigga. That is the question you should have let the white woman know. That's I don't know. I as a man did need to know if he fucked the shit out this woman or not. Without knowing the intricate details, I could tell how she acting. He did something to her because he did nothing to make her do all of this other than stop fucking her.
Talking to him. Did he at least please you?
did he please me?
Yes.
In the bedroom?
Yes.
I mean, I was underwhelmed the first time. The second time, I think he became a little bit more relaxed.
Okay.
He was more relaxed. I was more relaxed, and I think that flowed a little bit better.
So you gave him
the first time, it was more me doing everything.
Oh, so you gave him
initiating everything. I was pretty much initiating everything.
Okay.
So you gave him a second chance.
Yeah, I was kind of in a space.
I gave him a second chance. I was underwhelmed. I did all the work. I initiated everything. I was just jumping off the porch anyway. And so I flew back a second time to fuck this nigga. I wasn't attracted to him though. It's just because I hadn't had dick in 4 years.
I had flew out and I was trying to make the most of the trip. I'll tell you, my thought process with getting with Umar, and I think.
See, so that's why I'm saying, you said you were trying to make the most of the trip. Umar contends that y'all had 3 sessions in like one night, I'm guessing. And then we got that other message where he said, baby girl, as much as I want them buns, I ain't gonna be able to make it tonight. Good night, my queen. You told us to ignore that.
And I was trying to make the most of the trip.
A second chance.
Yeah, I was kind of in a space. I had flew out, and I was trying to make the most of the trip.
Okay, so that's either the same night or the same weekend that the shit happened. So you was underwhelmed. Umar fucked. He went home. He came back. Y'all fucked again. It was better. I'm just saying. You kind of verifying what he said, that it was a couple little sessions. He didn't get up where he said 3 to 5 times. In one weekend, you stayed a weekend, 2 to 3 days. You telling us after the first time, you was trying to make the most of the trip. So then came time number 2. And we supposed to believe that this nigga loved her and did all of this stuff and and he was ready to plan a life with her and she ain't never been gamed by a nigga before. Even if he told her that, bitch, who cares?
I'll tell you my thought process with getting with Umar, and I think this bothered me most of when I figured out that he wasn't what I thought he was. I looked at him as if I was going to use that as a stress relief. You know,
Okay.
I wasn't interested in anything.
I was gonna use Umar as a stress relief. I could have just bought a dildo and a rose, but I decided to spend some money and fly to Philly to use him as a sex relief. as a stress relief. And keep in mind, she got 3 kids. She got 3 kids that can hear her going on these interviews saying this shit. I'm assuming 2 of them are school aides.
Local because of what I was, like my hometown and stuff, and just what my ex was in this area. I didn't want to mess with anything. I have kids with this man.
You mean the ex that ain't in the graduation pictures? Which, all right, cool. Or you talking about the pediatrician that you dated?
And I didn't want to date someone and then get back to him. I just had a lot of respect.
I ain't want my baby daddy to know that I was dating somebody and it get back to him. Why do you care? Good afternoon, Bertha.
Going forward, I try to stay away from having teen in here. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I just try to stay out of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I had a teen grab something out of the fridge.
No, you're good.
You're good.
We understand
But
that.
yeah, I just kind of after that, yeah, we were pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, good. So now, you say you fly out. Did they actually pay for the flight?
No, I'm just like.
You hear it there. Did Umar pay for the flight? Nope. So where's this story of him digging around in a garbage bag, digging through money orders to pay for your hotel and your flight and your phone bill? Where's that come from? Because you just said that 2 weeks ago on Rim Rum's panel. Not even 2 weeks ago. Fuck it, it was like 7-8 days ago. You just said that on Rim Rum channel. He was digging through a bag for money orders to pay for your flight home, your hotel room, and your phone bill. But I also know you said he Apple paid you money for your phone bill. And when you showed a receipt on your live the other day, you had where the Apple Pay was sent. He sent you some goddamn money. So he didn't dig through no bag on that. And you paid for your own flight. You just be lying, lady. Sometimes it's best to shut the fuck up.
That's me. The only time I take gifts or anything like that from men is if I have intention with them, and I didn't know what my intention was with him. If it was going to be a good situation or a bad situation.
You mean you said your intent was to use him as a stress relief? So how would you not know your intent with him? See how this bitch be talking out both sides of her neck? She just told y'all she intended to use Umar as a stress relief. Now, when they asked, did you pay for the tickets? Well, no, I don't take gifts from men unless I got intentions with them, and I didn't know what my intentions was going to be with him. But it's supposed to be stress relief.
So I usually put, and that goes for dates. I pay for my meals, everything until I have an intent with the man.
Okay.
Like as far as staying in that space, that's just how I date.
Okay, cool.
So, did you guys use protection at least the first?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
It's good to be safe.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, we use protection. It wasn't until longer down the line where
But y'all, how many y'all didn't have sex that many times? Longer down the line. I mean, the next time y'all fucked after the first time, not the first weekend, the next time y'all linked up. And then you swore he took the condom off. But y'all fucked bare.
became a situation.
Okay. So he has called you the throat goat. How do you feel about that?
I mean, to him, I probably am.
Okay.
Yeah. He was eager. He's always been eager to tell the world that
Now,
he's a male.
He's always been, has he always been eager to tell the world that when the man didn't say nothing to you until your third appearance on Lenae Honor show?
That
so now,
that experience. So he's probably eager to tell people,
Did she say he's inexperienced? A nigga that got a couple baby mamas, he inexperienced.
Now,
He's a male, you know, that
so now,
that experience. So he's probably eager to tell people, you know. I don't know. I think Umar he's a very childish, you know, he's just childlike.
yeah.
Very childlike, very
You fucked him. You didn't notice that before you sucked his dick?
childish. I didn't expect anything from the receipts that I've dropped on my page. I always, once I got to know who he was, I always knew that my pictures, anything personal, this is kind of why after the picture situation, I just really kept any of my private life away from him. You know, my businesses, anything that has to do with me.
Again, she sent the pictures before she ever sucked his dick. She kept her private life away from him, but she didn't keep her pussy away from him. This is crazy.
Personally, my children, I kept it away from him. He's definitely one of those people, if you have something that means something, you want to keep him away from. He's a liability.
Wow.
He's a liability.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But you sucked his dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now you talk about helping him with organized events.
Oh, I was never an event organizer. I played with the idea after because the child that was orating or opening up for him, his father and me sat down and we were saying, hey, you know, this might be something that we could provide for Jarrell Jr. so that he would not have to actually travel. We could just bring these people to the city. And am I stuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
you're
good
good.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. So we could actually bring these people to the city and have a place for him to orate. He's a fabulous orator. He was a fabulous orator for his age. He was only 12 years old.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
So he was getting awards. He had recognition.
And all this happened because you had shelved the project and you was looking for your next project, but you're not an event planner.
And we wanted to provide.
So how come you said if you and this nigga daddy sat down, how come you said you spent all the money on the lights and stuff? You didn't say this nigga chipped in. You said you spent all the money on lighting and sound systems and the venue and shit of that nature.
Space for him to showcase that.
Okay.
So Umar was
So that nigga daddy used you too, because your name was nowhere on the flyer.
one after we decided on it. He was one of many people that were supposed to come to the city. He actually, we had a tragedy where that man unalived himself, Jarrell, well, not in this order, but unalived Jarrell, his mother, and himself. And he was one of my top bestowers. And then we tried to go forward with it because he made a donation to start this process, and we wanted to make it go, or have it go forward in his name. But once Jarrell was gone, and then Umar consumed most of my time with a boot camp, a parent boot camp that he was trying to bring.
How he consumed your time though, and you didn't like this nigga. It was a one-off show. You didn't like him. You wasn't attracted to him. So how did you go from throwing the show to now he trying to get you to set up boot camps? This the one thing she repeats all the time too. He had me reaching out to people setting up a boot camp, and then he just didn't say nothing else about it. But she never said she collected any money from anybody. So what's the issue?
Back to the city, it kind of halted.
Was it rude? Yes, but get over it. You ain't collect no money. Nobody paid anything. It was a good thought. People were ready, but yeah, no harm, no foul.
Did a lot of things and left things unsure. And I had agreed to it before we talked about doing the other events.
Okay.
So his fool's errand took up time away from planning these events after the tragedy.
Okay.
Okay.
So we had a few
I
people.
wasn't an event planner, but me doing Umar boot camp took away time for me planning events after the tragedy.
that we had planned to bring into the city, so that they weren't all like Umar. They had different belief systems,
because she can't do two things at once.
It's just basically like a conscious TED talk, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So have you ever seen him use any donations for his own personal use?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Have you ever seen him use donations for his own personal use?
I can't say that I have.
Okay, so again, all we got is the nigga fucked you. You ain't seen him use no donation money. You ain't seen him use no drugs, although you accused him of it. You ain't seen him with no trannies, although you accused him of it. You accused him of the house being nasty. We ain't seen no pictures of it. We do got some text messages where you told him his mama pussy was stanky. We got that. But other than that, you ain't gave us shit.
Knowingly, because I can't be for sure of the point of origin. And just me being responsible, from working in a field where that's an irresponsible thing to proclaim, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
What I would say is that he's not working, you know what I mean?
He's not working, but he sells books and he gets paid to speak.
But I can't be for sure that he doesn't have other streams of income. I don't know where.
As of last check, he got 70-something members on IG that pay $9.99 a month. So he got that income as well.
His portfolio is.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. let's leave it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know.
Won't proclaim that for certain.
Right.
I would say if it was, I would not be surprised.
Okay.
The Joe Budden podcast. The Joe Budden podcast.
Oh, the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah.
And the Joe Budden podcast basically is what it is. He decided not to do it because one of the people that were on the show determined or dated one of his ex.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't want to do the show for that reason.
So do you think
who cares? Why is that news?
he's afraid of being exposed? I mean, do you think that that's part of it?
I do believe that he was afraid to be exposed.
They don't need him there to expose him, though. If he got some dirt on Umar and he want to talk about it on the podcast because it'll get numbers, guess what? He'll talk about it.
I think Umar does not put himself in positions where he's caught off guard and made to be. And he said this on one of the other podcasts. He will not put himself in a position. His image is really important to him, but he wouldn't put himself in a position to be caught off guard.
Okay, I mean, if you claim to be a great scholar, a great debater, you should be able to go anywhere and debate anybody about anything.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I mean, it just, Dr. Umar is really good at speaking. So, you know, if he's afraid to go on podcasts, if he's afraid to go out there, I mean, that really doesn't speak to his, you know, his persona that he's putting out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think he does a great deal of prep work before he goes on to these podcasts.
I mean, as he should.
I don't know. I know that he is.
Thank you, my brother. As he should. Everybody should. There's some shit I ain't gonna talk about. Some shit I'm not gonna answer. Some shit you can't ask me. And I'm gonna tell you the shit you can't ask me right now. So if you do happen to ask me in the interview and I cuss you the fuck out, you'll understand why. You should.
Is a considered a good orator, but I don't know what that process is. So, you know, like it's off the top of their head based off of their own research. Is it their own, you know, material? I don't know. I've heard a lot of things that he said. I've heard it.
Well, we know if he good in bed, he like thumbs in the booty and all that. We still don't know what the fuck he did to her to make her go this scorched earth on him.
On a continuum, but I've also heard it in other spaces. So I don't know how organic it is. You know.
Okay, did he ever seek your advice about anything else?
Say it again.
Did he ever seek your advice about anything else?
Oh yeah, a lot of stuff. One thing with Umar is that he does not read rooms well. He used to ask a lot of things in regards to tax.
He don't read rooms well, but he made it to make it all this time without you, and you was in his life for 1 year.
You know, he asked me about his, I think it was his aunt passing. If I thought that it was a good idea for him to get security, I think that
she felt special.
He has a trying relationship with his family. Matter of fact, I know that he does because his nephew came out and spoke on that. I don't think that he has a very good relationship with his family at all, and I think that he wanted some insight on how he would.
She didn't know on her own accord because Umar told her this. She had to say his nephew came out and said it. Not that she had intimate knowledge of Umar's dealing with his family. And where did the nephew come out at? On Lenae show. And the nephew had very, very positive things to say about his uncle, except for he upset that he can't see his grandma.
Deal with it. But he doesn't always take your advice. I've also had to speak with him about Anissa coming out. Some stuff was unsolicited. I just gave it to him because at 50 years old, you should have had this given to you, and you're not using it.
She was pushy. She was overstepping her boundaries. Unsolicited advice. But you came to me for advice about your goddamn kids, but you trying to give me advice about my grown ass child.
Either you don't know it or you're not using it. So I've spoken to him about that. He's come to me about advice with his mother's care, her care team. He's had issues with a councilwoman that's up in Delaware. I'll be posting those receipts. I can't remember what her name was, but yeah, he's had issues with navigating those waters. He just doesn't do well with interpersonal, he doesn't do well with people.
That's really interesting considering that he's a psychologist. My dad's a psychologist, and that's one of the things he was really good at was dealing with people. So
I think that is what throws people off.
Yeah.
Because he's not the only psychologist that I know, and
now she knows more psychologists, but none of them could refer her to someone for her child. She needed to text a complete stranger when one of her friends is a psychologist. She texted the nigga she saw in the Breakfast Club. You can't make this shit up. Why do we need to know that one of her friends is a psychologist now?
Actually asked them their opinion on him, and they have different trying to choose my words, but they have different opinions on what possibly could be going on with him.
Her receipts don't prove anything other than she dated the nigga. And they had some conversations. Some conversations he was talking about taking her to Africa, getting her an African name. Some conversations he had about not going on an interview or something that happened on social media. That's all it proves is they had a relationship. He just said I guess she's upset that he classified their relationship as 3 fellatio sisters. And she was like, no, nigga, you really liked me. Who cares? What did he do to you? We still don't know what the fuck this nigga did to her.
But there is some mental health issues.
yeah.
Yeah, because listen, we had an interview with his daughter.
Now he got mental health issues.
She's very smart. She's very sweet, but she's fighting some stuff. You know what I mean? So she has some problems. And I think he has the same problem she has.
Yeah.
Yes, I do believe that is. I believe that you are right, and I feel like he can't help her, even from a clinician standpoint with that.
Right.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have those tools to give her.
Yeah. I mean, he shouldn't.
Him to allow me, and I know this is crazy.
But at one point you thought he had them tools to help your daughter based off your child based off your Google searches.
But I have a lot of texts where I'm asking him to let her come with me or come down to me.
Y'all heard this bullshit? She got texts where she asking Umar to let Anissa come with her. Now, if you saying Umar don't got no weight, no pull, or nothing with his daughter, how in the fuck is he gonna let her come live with you? You say he ain't got no relationship, but also you're texting him saying, hey, tell your daughter come stay with me. I'll take her in. I don't know you. I'm not attracted to you. I don't like you. Let me take your daughter in, Umar. But this is the woman that's busy with her own special needs children and got all these projects and shit going on. Plus she work. Let me take your daughter in here. You're not a psychologist, bitch. What you gonna do? What you gonna do that her mama couldn't do? She left her mama house because she couldn't follow the motherfucking rules. What you gonna do though, ma'am?
With that.
Right.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have those tools to give her.
Yeah. I mean, he shouldn't.
Him to allow me, and I know this is crazy, but I have a lot of texts where I'm asking him to let her come with me or come down to me because no one knows who she is here, and I could help her out a lot because she needed someone.
Right.
You know, especially with
You could help her out how? What could you do, ma'am? You're not a psychologist. What the fuck could you give this young lady to help her? And you said she got mental issues, the same as her dad. So how in the fuck were you gonna help? What, you gonna give her some pussy?
going through her mental health.
But that's all you seem to give her daddy.
I wouldn't be even on the rant that he went on that went public, his response to what is going on with her is to make her sit down and get a book. You know, he has no concept that this girl has some things that are going on with her, and education is not going to fix it, as it did not fix yours. You know what I mean? So you have, he's not able to understand.
So how are you gonna fix it?
Yeah.
So
and for that reason, I don't feel like he's safe around children.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, did you meet his daughter?
He not safe around children, but hey, get your daughter to come live with me. Absentee father don't have that type pull.
In person? Have you
I've never met her, but I have watched a lot of things that are going on with her. We have the same zodiac sign.
We got the same zodiac sign.
I have texted her, a couple of times. I didn't want to get it. I didn't want her to feel like I was trying to, and the same reason why I never came out about him when she came out, even just to back her up and give her support, because I didn't want to take away from her time.
Yeah.
You didn't come out. You were still talking to her dad when she came out. Remember, you said he was out the country. How was you gonna come out and you were sitting in his house taking care of his mama? Oh.
That was very much needed, her reconnection with her father, or just stepping out and saying, I'm here. But I haven't gotten a chance to meet her and talk to her on a lot of levels, and then I was unsure about boundaries with that.
Yeah.
His mother's a little bit different because that is something that has to do with she's an immediate danger, and Anissa has been in the same situation, but she that's just a very, very fine line.
She know a lot about his daughter from social media.
Just approaching her I felt like she would need to. I could make myself available, and she would have to make that move on her own.
Okay.
But I think I do think that I don't know if she understands that her father, though he should, is not able to. He's not capable of showing up for her in the capacity that she.
You can't tell this man how to parent. He know his child. Him and his baby mama know their child better than anybody on the internet. And there's a reason that she wasn't staying at home with the mama, as he pointed out, because she don't want to follow no rules. There's a reason he pointed out it's several people in the family that she could go stay with. There was the nephew said he had contact with her and said, I could take you to your daddy. All of this shit. So yeah, they know their child better than any of us on the internet. Shut the fuck up, ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
that,
hard for children to understand, about their parents when that and that happens probably more frequently than we'd like it to. But yeah.
So all you motherfuckers that got something to say will put y'all grown ass, hard headed, disrespectful ass child out. All of y'all.
When did you meet his mom?
When did I meet his mom?
Yeah.
Well, he reached out to me and he asked me, he told me about the issues he was having with her care plan, or care team, I should say, or lack thereof. And I told him that I empathize with him, and he said that he's looking if I could, and I accepted. I said, yeah, sure, I would.
Another instance, when he asked her, could you help me? She could have said no. She willingly chose to do this. And she got compensated for it. She didn't do it for free. The nigga paid her.
I would do that for him.
Lenae, I need the archive, G. Email me them just unlimited. I need to break down her interview, sir. Please. I know you don't like me, Lemonhead. It is what it is. I just need to break her story down again in real time. I got it, but I ain't get all of them.
This was when I had some reservations about us being romantic for a long period of time. But
I had reservations about us being romantic. And then the nigga said, hey, can you take care of my mama? And I said, sure. Sure, why not? Fuck it.
I did value the friendship because of what I thought he had the capability of being.
Okay.
So she still thought he had, this is after the thumb and the booty and all that. She still, it being around him and him raging and him being quirky, and the shit with his daughter, she still had reservations about what he could be. She saw the good in him.
I was trying to retain the friendship. I did not know that, both should have been scratched.
What friendship? Why were you trying to retain the friendship? Why not? No, Lenae ain't got beef with me. Lenae don't even know who the fuck I am. Lenae just blocked me like 5 years ago because I had questions about his obsessiveness with Umar. Although I knew what it was, I was just trolling him. He blocked me, but he ain't got no beef with me because he don't know who the fuck I am.
But so I offered that as a friend.
He know me
just
as a
I felt like he
weeks,
was someone that had experienced no one being there for
I'm
him
not a threat to
unconditionally. And I offered that
Lenae is supposed to get his money. He's supposed to
him. And I met her. And when I met her and I saw the environment and I saw the condition of her, that's when I was like nauseated. I was like, this is not good. This is not good. It's not good. It's not a good situation. And this is going to take a hell of a lot more work
level
than
1. I'm like level 3.
I originally thought.
So do you have any certifications or licenses that, to care for others like that?
No.
Okay.
No, I was not a care professional at all. I have, friends that are, I have a lot of respect for.
Now she got friends that's healthcare professionals. So let's see, she the dated a pediatrician. She got a friend that's a psychologist. She got friends in the law business. She was in the law business. And now she know people that's in the home healthcare field. Check.
It's not a position I've ever wanted to be in, just because I have never looked at jobs like that. I've worked for the state before, my state, and it tugged at my heartstrings. I don't have the ability to look at people as numbers or objects. I have too many emotions to work in that kind of line of work. I can do it.
Okay, so I have a question. So,
the woman.
When you got to the
hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Super Chat, join the membership.
house, what did you see in there that makes you think she's in danger?
Before, it was the smell. When I first walked in, it was the smell. Then it was the house. It resembled hoarding.
Wow.
No pictures of this, and of course we can't see smell, but the times he hooked up in the hotel with you, his clothes would have smelled like the house. If he was staying there and that's where his clothes and stuff were, it would smell just like the house.
Bad case of hoarding. And then I walked in and I got working with her. I looked in a couple of places, hot spots, but I hadn't seen her bottom yet. I hadn't seen changed her yet. But the refrigerator, the way that food was kept, didn't seem sanitary to me. Nothing seemed sanitary. It was a terrible situation. It looked like he was over. This was not him. This wasn't him struggling with a lot of things on his plate. Things got overwhelmed. This was just mental health. You know, there's
mental health. All right. He got mental health.
A very different look when it's mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew something was wrong with him.
Keep in mind, all this is after Umar's one response of calling her the tilapia and shrimp platter pussy queen. All these videos.
At that time, I got bits and pieces of it from things just interacting with him on like a friendship, but this kind of confirmed it.
That's so sad. So, I mean, do you think that that's why he never hired an agency to take care of her, professionally? He didn't want people in his business, or he didn't want, or.
But he did hire agencies. You said he was arguing with agencies about the care of his mother. These agencies that were there long before you came along didn't report nothing. I'm just saying. She said that he was arguing on the phone with an agency about the care of his mother. These agency people that have been working there for years didn't see anything wrong enough to report.
It was a mental health thing. I mean, or a little bit of both, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was all about him being paranoia. I think that's one of the things that...
Okay.
So now you're saying he didn't hire agencies, but you said that he was arguing with agencies. All right, continue.
Made him not use me again, and somebody else brought that to me, that the fact that the paramedics that came in, she got dizzy and slid down on the bed, and I couldn't lift her, not use me again, and I...
A little bit of both, maybe?
Yeah.
I think that was Tasha K that I think that brought it to her attention. Because Umar said he stopped using her. He hired her to take care of his mother, and he stopped because she wasn't good at it. And she was like, well, maybe it's because his mama fell down. But keep in mind, the fire department came in there. The ladies on the floor, the fire department made no record of it. The house supposed to be hoarded, doors supposed to be blocked and shit. She disabled. They ain't made no report.
I think it was all about him being paranoia. I think that's one of the things that made him not use me again. And somebody else brought that to me, that the fact that the paramedics that came in, she got dizzy and slid down on the bed, and I couldn't lift her, like physically lift her up from the floor. And I had to contact the paramedics. I couldn't lift her down there,
right,
especially with the condition of the floor, and she didn't have on a pull-up. And so I called someone. He had specific instructions about me staying there and keeping her. He didn't want anyone in the house to open the door, turn off the light when you do have to open the door to get packages or food.
Again, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
That was delivered. Turn off the lights, open the door, get in and get out, quiet, don't make a lot of noise. It's just highly paranoid man. He's an extremely paranoid individual.
Wow.
It seems like
More
jail.
so than normal.
Yeah,
This is jail.
it is jail. That is jail. I mean, I
Does
can't.
not leave the home.
She does not leave the home, but she showed a message, or she told about a time Umar told her he couldn't get up with her because he was in Atlantic City with his mama for her birthday. She was there for 7 days the first time that she's talking about. Umar went out the country, so she was there for a week. And as soon as she got back, Umar was trying to get her to fuck up out the house, and her feelings was hurt because she wanted to cuddle.
I can't
And
imagine.
then her bottom, when I changed her, she had markings, and then she had sores on her.
Wow.
And I had to, a lot of times I would let her rest out of the pull up. I guess that's the right name. I ain't calling it pull up.
Which is why she didn't have one on when she fell on the floor, because you didn't put one on her.
Because that's like, it makes me think of a child. But I had to pull up to let her air out some. And I just, in my stomach turned when I saw her bottom. It's like she's been sitting like that often.
This
This wasn't a diaper rash. This is like somebody who's had issues with I don't know if he's
The
doing
white
it
lady
or
said
jail.
this is jail.
So,
But I hold him responsible.
But my thing is that my thing is that he's supposed to be.
You hold him responsible yet. You stayed for 7 days, you left. You came back and took care of 2 more times, according to you. You was willing to move in a house with you, him, and her to take care of his mama. So can it be that bad?
Responsible because that's your mom. You're supposed to take care of him, of her.
Yeah.
If the team you hire not doing it, fire them, hire somebody else.
Yeah.
and he has, I assume he has medical power of attorney over her, all of that stuff. So yeah,
And he has been keeping her family from her for years.
So
her mother passed away without seeing her daughter.
Wow.
He's a vindictive.
She got that from Lenae's show. This is not something that she was around for and witnessed. She got this from Lenae's show.
An evil monster.
So has anyone attempted to call the authorities and report the way that she's living? Like, has anybody come out and said?
She have years later, 6, 7, 8 months later, after Umar said her pussy stank. Not before Umar said her pussy stank. Him saying her pussy stank was the last straw. But she's called. And so these people have made these calls. I'm sure they've been checked out. Umar mama ain't been removed. We ain't heard about him having to go to court for mistreating her. And here we are. This shit is immortalized. And she said he ain't opening the door. How the fuck would you know if he opened the door or not? You're not there.
I did not make that immediately known because of a lot of things that were going on, but
I ain't make it immediately known. She did not call at all until she was getting backlash on Lenae's show when she was talking about how bad the condition was and showed text messages. And then she even made a post talking about I wasn't gonna call because I was such and such. Made excuses why. But now on this one, she called, but she didn't make that immediately known because of what was going on. Ain't shit going on.
Decided that I need to start telling people because people were like, oh, she didn't tell. I did tell.
So because people pointed out that you didn't tell, you had to think about it and say, I did tell. I just couldn't tell y'all because of the shit that was going on. Well, apparently you told your claims were unsubstantiated. They were unfounded. And so the woman is still in the house. Umar's still over her. Funny how that works. Since you told and other people told as well.
I told. I also gave him the benefit of the doubt before. I'm always, because I've worked with survivors, women that are survivors, I always give the benefit of the
Now she work with survivors. This lady does every goddamn thing.
Doubt to correct the behavior before I call in anyone. And that doesn't matter if it's Child Protective Services or if it is in this situation, the elderly.
She don't even know the agency she called.
I always give that option. Especially with survivor women that are survivors, a healthy mind is able to pick up on things a lot better than an unhealthy mind.
Right.
And even when they don't have the intent to.
So is she calling Umar mama a victim?
Do anything that harms the children, a lot of these women are under distress. So when you go into that situation, you have to consider the fact that they are under distress. They're not working with the same mindset as someone that's in a safe environment. So I give them the benefit of the doubt, unless it isn't an immediate danger,
Yeah.
And with her, I told him there's some things that has to
We
change.
appreciate
This is what
$1,
I
but we
help
would
you
rather
do.
have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50. We appreciate $50, but we would rather have 100. We appreciate $100, but we would rather have 200. Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
She's not a medical professional. She ain't got no CNA training, none of this. But this is what he need to do.
He thought of this more as someone trying to move into his space or be with him because he has so many women that are interested in being a wife. I have no interest in being your wife.
So why are you trying to take care of his daughter and his mama and giving him advice on FDMG and all this other shit?
Trying to help you correct these problems so that you can move forward and possibly even hit some of your goals. That's not, you can't do that with
Because he ain't got no other bitches trying to do that for him.
him because his ego is too far gone.
Right. Wow.
I mean, okay, listen, I cannot take you serious about helping the community if you can even help your mom and your daughter.
Right. Yeah.
I just posted that same thing. They wanted me to check out all these receipts. I don't care about him. I care about her getting in a safe environment and other things. But
So Umar still ain't done nothing to you. You're saying he did something to his mama, in your opinion. He still ain't done shit to you though, ma'am. You talking about he a bad father? Cool. He irresponsible? Cool. He don't take care of his mama? Cool. What did he do to you?
that has never, and it's disheartening, especially as a Black woman in that space with other Black. I do not like the fact that people are picking up on the wrong shit.
Right.
Like, this isn't about if I'm who you thought you should. His mother is in a bad situation.
Yeah.
Refocus,
But you ain't care about that until he stopped talking to you. That's our whole thing. You can say it's about his mama all you want to, but until this nigga stopped talking to you, you didn't care.
So does he?
I don't know. He appeals.
You didn't call the authorities first, bitch. You went on a press run. I still don't believe you call no motherfucking authorities.
To a certain type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what type that is, though. Honestly,
Okay, that type is
Before I even brought this stuff forward, I knew that the psyche was very fragile when it came to him.
Yeah.
He has a cult-like following. I knew that I needed to even try to go back in to get some things I really didn't need, but
That's that conscious community talk, that queen and king shit.
I wanted just to have, but I couldn't stomach him. He talks bad to people. He does bad things, and he has this bravado about like he's this amazing part. You're filthy. I mean, he's nothing to me, and
he's nothing to you, yet your whole existence is talking about him. That's you don't talk about your baby daddy, bitch. You've been apart from him for 5 years. We don't even know this nigga's name. Yet you talk about Umar. Your baby dad is supposed to be this famous known nigga, but we don't know his name. You keep talking about Umar. Your new nigga supposed to be this famous known poppin' nigga. We don't know his name. We know Umar Johnson, yet you tell us these niggas are more famous than him, yet we don't know his name. Famous people ain't scared of people knowing their motherfucking name.
can't hold that back too much when I'm in his space. It's going to come out,
Yeah.
And it did.
Well, so
you treat your mother like there's no other woman is going to.
This probably the only podcast that paid her, and I don't think she paid for it. I don't think they paid for it either. They may have offered her some money, but she did all this shit for the love of the game. But if there was one podcast that paid, it was this one.
Have anything else coming? You treat your daughter like nobody else is going to have anything coming.
Absolutely.
From you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what was the last straw for you? Like when did you totally like just break it off with him? Like friend, everything, you know what I mean? Like
it was a couple of them, it was a couple of times that after the first visit, I left out of there like cussing and fussing. Like I left out of there.
He put you out, man, when he got back. Well, you said after the first visit, okay. I don't know, you may be talking about the 3 fellatio sessions, or you may be talking about the first time you took care of his mama. Let me continue.
Like, I was going downstairs with my suitcase. You got me left up because you think you who? You ain't nobody, I was upset. Let me tell you. I was like, and I've been letting you talk to me, and I've been putting my Lord, I would do a lot of things. A lot of things I'm trying.
Going down the steps, so she must be talking about at his mama house. But when he got back in town from being on the road for 7 days out the country, he was like, you got to go.
I tell you, I went through them. I had bits of crying. Yes, I cried because
She cried. Umar put her out. That's hilarious.
I could not believe that I missed some of the things that I missed. I had an amazing father. I know what a good man is. And I could not believe that I had missed these flags. I just kept assuming that.
How you miss them? Or did you ignore them?
They were based off of this eccentric. But it wasn't that. It was the fact that he's not even poised.
You call him slow, yet he was able to manipulate you. Y'all stay saying he's slow and got mental issues and a narcissist, yet he is able to manipulate y'all. How is this possible?
He's not that guy, and I missed it.
Yeah.
Missed it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So
But I had, to answer your question, I had a few moments like that.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh God, his mom. I gotta go back. I gotta go back out there. So I went back out there. I dealt with him. I took sex off of the table.
You didn't have to go back out there and deal with his mom. You said you was cussing after that first time. The white lady name is Melissa. But you didn't have to go back out there with his mom after the first 7 days. You said you left cussing him out, yet you went back. And you got paid. What did he do to you, though? We still don't know what he did to her And it do look like you got 2 sets of eyebrows, ma'am. I saw your comment and I just looked up and it does look like she has double eyebrows. That's crazy. And again, this lady is never put together. And we know she smoked Newport 100s.
Did end up linking one time, and it was Valentine's, I think it was Valentine's Day. I got emotionally, and I think he felt it too because he went all out for Valentine's Day. But in my mind, I was done with Umar a long time. Once I seen that house,
I was done with Umar in my mind once I seen that house, but I ain't tell him. And he went all out for Valentine's Day. We stay in different states. And, you know, I went back out there to take care of his mama again. After I seen the house, I left my kids at home to go take care of his mama again.
I probably would have stayed in there longer had his treatment before that house was good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was seeing the house and you were talking to me crazy. Are you insane?
Yeah.
Like you're not.
So
Once I seen the house, I was like, oh yeah, you out of here.
He talked to her crazy. That's what he did to you.
But
What
then the
he
mom
say
was there, and
crazy?
I was like, oh, I like her too, you know. So I stayed for that, but I took sex off the table, and then he got vindictive because I think that he thought I was.
I liked his mom too after 7 days of wiping her ass. I liked her too, and I was like, nah, man. All right, Umar, I'm taking sex off the table, but I'm constantly texting you about sex and where you sticking your dick.
Trying to tell him he wasn't good enough because of that house.
Right.
But it wasn't that. We could have worked through that part.
Yeah,
but,
she showed a
and I
picture of
did,
a card he bought.
I did give him an out. I said, you know, we could be roommates. I said, I'll take care of your mom.
I gave him an out. I took the sex off the table, but I gave him an out. We could be roommates. Ladies and gentlemen, we could be roommates means that she was willing to relocate her kids, 2 of them being minors, to go live with a nigga and his mama. But he shouldn't be around kids, but her kids were going to be in the house around him and her mama. But she just told y'all he shouldn't be around kids, except for hers, I guess.
I'll keep the house clean, you know, in a new house. Because the one that you got right now, you shouldn't be in Section 8. You shouldn't be getting food stamps, all of that stuff. I can level any man up. I have that ability.
She wanted to level him up, but that's the Section 8 ain't in his name. That's in his mama's name. That was in her name before he became her executor.
No, in a new house. Because the one and I did give him an out. I said, you know, we could be roommates. I said, I'll take care of your mom. I'll keep the house clean, you know, in a new house. Because the one that you got right now, you shouldn't be in Section 8. You shouldn't be getting food stamps, all of that stuff. I can level with any man.
Not that the house was nasty and it was hortish and all of that. You, Umar Johnson, you shouldn't be in Section 8. Not that the house is stanky and filthy. You shouldn't be in Section 8. I can level any man up. Why are you trying to level up a nigga that you took sex off the table for? Why? Why, ma'am? That's what I'm saying. Jay Witt, y'all get me? This is what I said 6 months ago. What the fuck did he do to you? The nigga didn't want to be roommates with you, bitch? Is that what did it for you? You were looking for houses and he was like, I'm good. I'm good, my queen. Pump your brakes, my queen. He ain't did shit to you. But we got it wrong, though. We got it wrong. We ain't getting the story right. I ain't like him. Why you still talking about him? You ain't getting paid for it. So what is it?
I have that ability. But I said, we can get her out of this situation. We can get you in a clean environment. I'm a minimalist, so we'll get that done. I can work, you know, on my projects. I might want to do something like drop shipment just to help you out with the rent. But we got to get out of here.
According to Lenae, she says she got new interviews and opportunities coming up surrounding this drama. Ain't too many people fucking with it. I'm just trolling her because she tried me the other day and she shouldn't have. I was minding my own damn business. And I need practice. This practice for me.
And then we'll take her with us. This is my mind, but he pitched it to me.
Okay.
He said that he wanted to get a house together.
Wait a minute. You said you gave him an out and told him you would be his roommate, but now you're saying he pitched the idea to you of getting a house. Do y'all see how quick she lied? She gave him an out, but he pitched it to her.
But I said we can get her out of this situation, and
Let's listen to her
we
lie
can
right
be
quick.
roommates. Wasn't that we could have worked through that part, but and I did give him an out. I said, you know.
She gave him an out. If she gave him an out, he couldn't have pitched to her a house because in the giving of the out, she's going to tell you exactly what she told this nigga. So how did he pitch the idea to a house to her when she gave him an out and told him, this is what I'm willing to do for you, but we got to do it somewhere else because I lever a nigga up.
You know, we could be roommates. I said, I'll take care of your mom. I'll keep the house clean, you know, in a new house. Because the one that you got right now, you shouldn't be in Section 8. You shouldn't be getting food and all of that stuff. I can level any man up. I have that ability. But I said, we can get her out of this situation. We can get you in a clean environment. I'm a minimalist, so we'll get that done. I can work, you know, on my projects. I might want to do something like drop shipment just to help you out with the rent. But we got to get out of here. And then we'll take her with.
She was willing to help out with the rent too.
Us. This is my mind, but he pitched it.
He pitched it to see how quick she lied. That's her mind, but he pitched it to her.
We got to get out of here. And then we'll take her with us. This is my mind, but he pitched it to me.
Okay.
He said that he wanted to get a house together. And once he said that, I said, well, maybe he's trying to change his situation.
He said he wanted to get a house together, but you told him, I got you out. We could be roommates. Girl, this bitch be lying. And we still don't know what Umar did to her. None of these interviews, we never got what he did to her.
Mm-hmm. And before that, he was like, well, we don't have a lot of things, but when you come, you can you can decorate and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that he knows that there's something wrong with the home. He just needs a woman's touch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not what I walked into.
Okay.
It was very disarming.
Okay, so I have a question. I want clarification. Did you say Dr. Umar on Section 8 and food stamp?
Yes. I don't know how the hell that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
It's Dr. Umar is not on Section 8 and food stamps. His mother is. His mother is.
Okay. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
So
I know that it could be possible because his mother is, but even with her, I don't understand. You have 6 degrees.
Yeah.
You have.
That don't mean he rich. Y'all say he ain't got no money, and then y'all be questioning if he using the donor's money. So if he had his mama staying in a mansion, y'all would swear up and down he using the goddamn money for that.
Wait, you can't tell me that you didn't know how to supplement, or not even supplement, to open up multiple streams of income so that your mother.
She not taking care of her mother. If her mother is alive, her father, she's not taking care of her parents. She not paying their mortgage. She ain't got them in no nice ass house, but she got expectations for somebody else.
Mother was not relying on government assistance, and you swear that you love her.
Yeah,
I would do that with my children.
Yeah.
You know, my brain doesn't think like that. I
Yeah.
can
No, she
stay
didn't get
on.
paid. She
It's
did this
okay
shit
if it's a
for the
crutch.
love
I'm
of
not, you know,
talking.
but it's or not okay if it's a crutch. It's okay if it's a step.
Right.
But don't use it as a crutch.
Right.
And he was the way I'm like, you've collected millions of dollars. Where is this money at?
Right.
I know.
Right. That's
You have the know-how.
yeah.
I was thinking to open up streams of income
Right.
and change your situation.
And he does all these.
But you said you could level him up. So why, if you gonna level him up and you said that's what you could do, why are you expecting him to do anything?
These events where he's speaking and people are paying him for
And
that.
all
So
these interviews.
where's all that money? He's traveling all over the world to do this. Yeah.
There's something going on either. There's something going on. He's either some way that money is leaving, even if he's putting it in a nest egg, he's a bio man. Your mother needs it now.
Yeah. And that's fraudulent.
Regardless
I mean,
of whatever,
yeah.
he could be sending it over to Africa. You're a bio man. Your mother needs that now.
Wow. Okay.
You're a vile man. Now they saying he getting money, but she just said he was unemployed earlier. This shit is crazy as fuck.
He doesn't strike me.
He unemployed, but now they saying he touching thousands of dollars by speaking on podcasts and traveling the world to speak. This shit is crazy.
As someone that is able to put things in priority. You know, like he's not able to work in a methodical approach about anything.
Yeah. So, is he addicted to anything?
I have heard that he's on drugs. I know that he is sniffing and sweating like a dang on pig, but I don't know.
You got that from Lenae. You ain't see him sniffing and sweating like a pig around you.
I've never seen him do anything, so I can't call that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I know that he is a wicked man. He has some things about him spiritually, a darkness.
Yeah.
A very dark spirit around him, and I don't think that it was more pronounced than when I was in the home.
Okay.
So that home.
So you didn't see the wicked spirit before you sucked his dick, or before you took care of his mama, or before he broke it off with you. Cool. And keep in mind, he broke up with her.
Is that where you stay when you go to Philly?
Yes.
Okay, and that's where he lives as well.
That's where he lives. What?
That's where he lives also, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He lives in Philadelphia.
So the same home. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he stays in Philadelphia.
So speaking of his wicked ways, so a few weeks ago, he kind of crashed out on Instagram and he started talking about your hygiene. Is that something that he ever directly said to you while y'all were together, or is that just him being petty?
No, just like all the shit she's saying on the internet, she never said to this nigga directly.
This point?
I think that it has something to do with him thinking I was going to put out the text about his mother.
Okay.
Which I had no intentions on doing. But when he threw me under the bus, I had to.
How he throw you under the bus, bitch, and you did 3 interviews with Lenae first? I wasn't gonna put out the text message about your mama, but when you threw me under the bus, which leads us to believe, bitch, you didn't make no reports about the shit till Umar came outside and said your pussy stank. Prior to that, you ain't think about calling no motherfucking authorities on him.
Show them. Excuse me. I had to show how this man manipulates situations to fit his agenda.
Right.
I've never had any problems with my hygiene like that. If anything,
you look like you have. Your pussy look like it stank. I'm sorry. Based on what you look like in these interviews. Joe's Crab Shack.
I am OCD about my body. And I was the person that was getting her.
I can't tell. None of us can tell OCD about your body, ma'am. Nothing about this interview gives OCD about body. You probably ashy as a motherfucker on your elbows, ankles, and kneecaps.
Are healed.
Mm-hmm.
And then for someone to say something like that and it makes me feel some type of way after I considered what that house looked like.
Right.
I mean, I just was like, are you trying to deflect? And someone told me to drop the pictures of his house. Not yet.
You don't have pictures of his house, bitch. It's been 7 months. Just like we ain't got the check from Marianne, we ain't got the pictures of his house from you neither, because they don't fucking exist. You would have dropped that shit day one, bitch. What's the purpose of holding on to it? You didn't create a channel back 7 months ago. You're just not doing it now. This ain't been no goddamn plan.
I'm gonna let him sit and marinate in this before I put those pictures out, because when you
did y'all ever see a picture, ladies and gentlemen, of the inside of Umar's house other than when he had the camera slip?
see how he lives and how he was talking about me, I don't live like that. And I know some people can be very clean and still have something going on, but I'm not that person. I've never been like that. He forgets that people know
fishy
me in real life.
Right.
I've never been promiscuous or anything like that. I've never had any problems with my hygiene. I brought my health record up the first time that we laid down together.
You doing too much explaining. All you had to do was say no and move to the next question. You was doing entirely too much explaining about your pussy being stinky, which leads me to believe your pussy stink. I'm just saying, this how you look on every interview, like you unkempt. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go with Umar, but he nasty because he knew that pussy was stinky and he kept fucking you. At least if he likes you enough to keep fucking, he should have told you, hey, baby, go watch that pussy. So you may have been mad in the moment, but still, my nose wouldn't be offended. That's all I got. It's a couple more interviews she did that I haven't reviewed. If I find them, I'll go back in the time vault and do it. To the next episode, little channel, big voice, we out. Low-key, niggas hating but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we gon' eat.